Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Real Housewives of Rhode Island alleged cast member has ties with accused drug dealer. Cameras are rolling in the Ocean State for Bravo's Real Housewives of Rhode Island. While the network hasn't confirmed any names, outlets in the area are working overtime to identify the cast. One of them is a woman named Elizabeth McGraw. Allegedly, she has some deep ties to an accused drug dealer. A Rhode Island outlet called Go Local Prov has been doing the boots on the ground reporting on RHORI. Earlier this week, they identified two ladies being followed around by camera crews, seemingly confirming their participation in the show. Elizabeth was one of the women they identified, and they've been spilling tea on her since 2023. Allegedly, the Rhode Islander has connections to a man named Dino Gilmet. He's facing 7 felony charges, including intent to manufacture or deliver cocaine, perjury, and obtaining property under false pretenses. On top of that, the feds have accused him of having close ties to an organized crime family. Of course, he's innocent until proven otherwise. Here's where Elizabeth comes into the picture. Her husband is Jerry McGraw, a major player in Rhode Island's cannabis industry. Both Elizabeth's and Jerry's names are all over the court records for Dino's case. For example, prosecutors uncovered that the McGraws made nearly 400 phone calls to Dino in 1 month. The only person Dino called more than the McGraws? A man named Matthew Guglielmetti, known by the Rhode Island State Police as a leader within a New England organized crime family. On top of all of the phone calls, a key source in Dino's case told the feds that they suspected Elizabeth had been fronting Dino's operation. The feds also presented an unusual police report from May 2020, where the cops went to the McGraw's home because of a dispute with Dino. The police were able to defuse the disturbance without any arrests. Dino's case is still ongoing. His next hearing is next month. In the meantime, it's worth reiterating that Elizabeth has not been charged with a crime. It's just not every day that we see an aspiring Bravo celebrity name dropped in so many affidavits. If anything, this raises the stakes, says pop culture podcaster Jules Martin. People are going to tune in just to try and spot the moment the house of cards starts shaking. Is she texting him? Is he dropping her off in that Bentley? Every frame will be dissected. As the days unfold, one thing is certain: the quiet charm of Rhode Island has been shattered by a boom mic and a bang. Whether the cast member in question is exonerated or exposed, Real Housewives of Rhode Island has already proven itself a national sensation, and it hasn't even aired a single episode. In a twist that has the Gilded Gates of East Greenwich rattling and Newport's elite clutching their pearls, an alleged cast member of the much-buzzed-about upcoming reality series, The Real Housewives of Rhode Island, has been linked to a man recently arrested on federal drug trafficking charges, and insiders say Bravo is scrambling. The name of the cast member hasn't officially been released by the network, but local sources claim 38-year-old socialite Vanessa Nessa Mancini, a Newport transplant with a glittering social media presence and an enviable collection of Hermes bags, was all but confirmed for the show. Now reports are swirling that her longtime off-again, kind of on-again boyfriend, Antonio "Tony B." Barone, was taken into custody last week by the DEA after a months-long investigation dubbed Operation Lobster Trap. Tony B., 44, is no stranger to controversy or to Rhode Island's ever-watchful gossip mill. A former nightclub owner turned import-export entrepreneur, Barone was indicted on multiple counts of conspiracy to distribute fentanyl and methamphetamine across state lines. According to the federal indictment, he allegedly ran a complex trafficking operation with ties to Providence, Boston, and as far south as Atlantic City. But what has tongues wagging across Watch Hill and Point Judith isn't just Tony's arrest. It's Nessa's alleged involvement, or at least her proximity to it. Champagne, Channel, and Cardles. Vanessa Mancini, who refers to herself as a luxury lifestyle curator and digital wellness goddess, has been a familiar face at charity galas, boat shows, and spa openings across the Ocean State. Her Instagram account, @NessaKnowsBest, boasts 128,000 followers and is filled with curated snapshots of oceanfront brunches, Pilates sessions, and lavish jewelry hauls, all hashtagged with hashtag or realness and hashtag blessed in Brenton. But now her once-envied lifestyle is under scrutiny. Neighbors report that DEA agents were seen entering her waterfront condo in Narragansett just hours after Tony B's arrest, and unconfirmed sources claim electronics and documents were seized. A source close to the investigation says Mancini is not currently charged with any crime, but she has been questioned as a person of interest due to financial entanglements with Barone. She had no idea what Tony was up to. That's what she's telling people, said a friend of Mancini's, speaking anonymously. But let's be real. She wasn't exactly asking questions about where the money came from either. If she didn't want the answers. Bravo's dilemma: to cast or not to cast. The Real Housewives of Rhode Island has been in pre-production since early this year, with casting calls rumored to have drawn hundreds of hopefuls from the gilded enclaves of Barrington to the rocky shores of Block Island. Bravo has yet to officially confirm its cast lineup, but insiders suggest Nessa was a front-runner, having filmed several test reels and allegedly signing a preliminary contract in March. She brought everything producers love: glamour, drama, and a messy past, said one production assistant. But this situation might be too real, even for reality TV. The show, originally pitched as a class clash expose between old-money Newport matrons and flashy Providence social climbers, now finds itself at a crossroads. There's always a fine line between spicy and scandalous, a Bravo executive told Page 6. This might cross it. Fans of the franchise, meanwhile, are eating up the drama like it's the last lobster roll at the mooring. She was giving Teresa Giudice meets Meredith Marks energy. One user wrote on Reddit's Real Housewives forum, "If she gets axed, this show might lose its best wild card before it even starts." The curious case of the Red Range Rover, further fueling the intrigue, is the now infamous Red Range Rover seen in several of Vanessa's Instagram posts. According to court filings, Tony B allegedly used the luxury SUV, which is registered under a Shell LLC tied to Vanessa's wellness brand, to transport packages that authorities believe contained controlled substances. She claimed it was a birthday gift, says a local attorney familiar with the case. But the question is, who paid for it? And what was inside it? As of this week, federal authorities have frozen several assets connected to Barone, and investigators are reportedly looking into shell companies used for laundering drug proceeds. Vanessa's brand, Sea Sage Wellness, which sells high-end CBD tinctures and crystal-infused teas, is also reportedly under financial review. Her publicist has not responded to multiple requests for comment, but Nessa herself posted a cryptic Instagram story on Wednesday night featuring a flickering candle, a glass of rosé, and the text, "When you know the truth, you don't have to explain yourself."